had a chance to go back and look at the tape. What did you see in that second half that kind of derailed the offense and kind of kept you guys from putting more points on the board, especially in the fourth?
Yeah, obviously, like I said on Saturday too, I think they did a good job of, bringing some stuff that we hadn't seen before, some pressures we hadn't seen, and just kind of had us outnumbered there. So, but still, just the stuff that I could control, just missing a couple throws high. Not sure exactly what it was. Obviously, I like to think that I can make any throw out there. So, really just, staying on top of the ball and, driving it, and I'd like to think it wouldn't sail on me.
You've been in the locker room where there's been a tough loss before. How was this one? How did they get over it? How do you approach going up to Miami now?
Yeah, we've put it behind us. We're on to Miami. It's a game that we feel good about, that we want to go and, ring the bell. So that's one of our team goals. So, we're going to go do it. And, obviously everybody was disappointed about the game on Saturday and the outcome of it, but we're not going to let it define us. It's one game. It's early on in the year. So we're going to move on and, find a way to put it behind us.
It was either late in the first half or early in the second, but you had a rush to the left. Pitt defender kind of brought you down, held onto your ankle a little bit and twisted it. You looked pretty mad, got up limping. Did that kind of tweak your ankle? Were you 100% the rest of the game, or did that not really have an impact on it?
After you take the first hit, you're never going to be 100% for the rest of the game. So, it was a little uncomfortable, but it didn't affect how I played the rest of the game.
Gabbert, their guy, ran for 75 yards last year. How about your running game? Or is there more to come there? Obviously, it's part of what you do, but there haven't been necessarily as many designed runs so far.
Yeah, I'm sure that they'll come in the game plan. Obviously, we tried to get it a little bit going, but Pitt did a good job of defending it. So, going forward, I'm sure that there will be a couple runs called, throughout the rest of the season. So hopefully, I can do a better job of hitting the hole, whatever it may be, gaining some yards, and then just also making stuff happen outside the pocket and off schedule.
Coach Satterfield mentioned Miami's defense as stingy there in the red zone, doesn't allow teams to really score that much. When you watch them on film, what have you been able to see from their defense thus far?
Very similar to what he said. Obviously, every team can drive on them up into that red zone, and they are very good there. Obviously, they're willing to give up the short stuff. They're not going to let you go behind them and throw it past them. But they're a really good defense, really really simple defense, but really good, and they do a good job of holding people out of the end zone.
What's your approach to a road game? You played some pretty good ones at Indiana. How do you go into a road game, and do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoy it. Obviously you're trying to go into somebody else's place and, knock them off. So it would feel really good to go into Miami and take the belt back and bring it back home. So really, that's the mentality, is going to their place and go win a game. So really nothing changes preparation-wise. Obviously just, like I just said, just going to their place and take one.
You were able to get Jamoy and Tony going a little bit more in the Pitt game. How important is it? We know teams are going to pay attention to X. We know teams are going to pay attention to Roy. Or how important is it to get that other side working going forward?
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, and I keep harping on it throughout the season so far. But I'm confident in all of our guys that they can all go make plays. And y'all saw that on Saturday with Jamoy and Tony making plays, and also Roy getting his first touchdown. But obviously Xavier and Roy are going to be main focuses for defenses going forward. So just got to find ways to keep sprinkling it around the field.
You had the misread on the RPO against Towson, had another one late against Pitt, and obviously you read them right before, and it's ended up in good plays. But when a misread happens on an RPO, what's kind of the mistake that's made on your end?
It's going to sound like plain as day, but really just that you messed up as soon as it happened. Obviously, I don't know if y'all saw it, but obviously I missed that one on second and short, whatever it was, and I was telling Coach, that's on me. Obviously, it doesn't change the outcome of the play, but, you messed up, and, it's going to happen. It's football, mistakes are going to happen, but, just got to find a way to make the next play right and, forget about the last one.
When you have a back as hot as Corey was, do you campaign to get him more time? I know you're a quarterback and you want to throw the ball, but is there anything that's in you that's like, hey, let's ride this hand because he's dominating right now?
Yeah, it always makes the pass game a little easier too. Whenever you got a guy that's really hard to bring down like Corey is, and he was running the ball really well on Saturday. So I love handing the ball off to him. He's a great running back. So I mean, as long as he's picking up yards for us, I'm more than willing to hand the ball off to him. What
have the Cincinnati area guys told you about how badly they want the bell back?
Really, just the entire program. Everybody that's been here and lived it out for the past few years. Just harping on how bad that they want it back and how much it means to them. So really, just trying to pick their brains and find little facts and details about the rivalry that I can bring into this game and use it as fuel and stuff. Just knowing that it's a massive rivalry.
Any other questions for Brendan? Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Brennan.
Thank you.